Whoa, I was wondering when I'd see your pathetic face again.
So today, the trailer to this Friday's video just dropped, and turns out the video that'll be coming this week will be the sequel to A New Dimension. And based on what we can see here, it looks like the other dimension Richard became evil. In this video, we'll break down the trailer and theorize on what this video could be about. And stick around, as I have a crazy ending prediction that may be true. So to give a quick recap, at the end of A New Dimension, we see that the other dimension Richard travels to a dimension where all the characters are at tonefrance. Yes, the first time ever where tonefrance isn't playing every single boy and girl character. Anyways, that Richard says that it worked and just leaves. So it's clear that this Richard definitely had a motivation for entering this specific dimension. We also know that according to Smart Trevor, that if someone is in a dimension they're not supposed to be in, the dimension they came from and the dimension they are currently in could cease to exist. Which is why Smart Trevor comes to their dimension, because while Richard was in that other dimension, he never came back. And considering the fact that this Richard is also destroying other multiverses, it seems like he could be dimension hopping across the multiverse. This means that unlike our Richard, this Richard actually may be smarter than he seems, because he managed to understand the basics of the dimension machine, even without having it. So, what could the almighty Richard be doing for all of this to happen? Well, first, because he has a better IQ and knows about the dimensions. That could be the reason why he took over that other dimension, and quite possibly turned it into what is now known as the Dark Dimension. He also could be using these other versions of the characters as soldiers, as we see in the trailer. Tone is screaming for some reason. And knowing this dimension is only filled with these different versions of the characters, it seems like the logical conclusion to think that way. In the trailer we also see that they have to go past a building, and suggesting that Smart Trevor has a gun. It looks like they aren't alone. But the ending quote gives more mystery, because it looks like this evil Richard was waiting for Tone. There is also the massive glaring issue that Cornelius also could be in this dimension somewhere. As we know, at the end of Heroes of the Backyard 7, Cornelius, Danny, and Gary all jump into a mysterious dimension portal. So it is all really unknown. It could be that this evil Richard kidnapped Cornelius and is using his powers to rule across the multiverse. You know what? Might as well bring female Raleighworth in as well. We know that she exists when Smart Trevor talks about her. Maybe let's even see female Jollyworth. That would be a crazy reveal. All jokes aside, I have no clue on why this version of Richard is evil. But I do have a prediction on how this video might end. I feel confident saying that evil Richard might somehow be defeated. But what I think would be a crazy reveal is that, let's say, everyone goes back to their dimension. Everything is going good. But something feels off with this current Richard, almost like he's not himself. Then, there's a reveal. The Richard that came with them is not the real Richard, but actually the evil dimension Richard who managed to sneak right in. And then there's the regular Richard stuck in the dark dimension. And maybe at the end Cornelius saves him. I know this seems like fan fiction, but think about it. It'll be a good twist, and we'll have 3 possibly evil characters in the group now. Kevin, who is turning not so kind. Little Johnny, whose witch powers are turning him. And then evil Richard, who is pretending to be the real one. This could lead into Heroes of the Backyard 8, where the dimension is going wrong. Evil Richard joins the evil Raleighworth family, and they have to save the real Richard. Meanwhile, little Johnny and Kevin are having to struggle with their own issues. If this is handled right, this saga could be the best saga of tonefrance. But what do you think? Why could this dimensional Richard be evil? And could my ending prediction actually come true? Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And anyways, I'm gonna hop dimensions with this brand new dimension device. Hopefully nothing goes totally wrong.